This sovereign citizen punched a cop 10 times
You failed your duties as officer!
and thought his rights allowed him to do that.
Get off me.
I will not strike you again if you do not threaten my life.
But he, alongside these 3 sovereign citizens, would regret their actions in the worst ways possible.
Oh, please, let me go! Oh, God, help me!
We have a foreign ID.
Let's go. Step out of the vehicle.
Hey,
Get on the ground.
off of me.
Get on the ground.
You're not supposed to be doing this. Get off of me.
Starting with the sovereign citizen who was also a very unpleasant Karen.
You got your license, registration, proof of insurance.
You don't have to have a license to drive a car.
Yes, you do.
You do not.
Now, it's crazy to think that she would eventually say this.
Because you believe you don't have to have a license.
I'll go get a driver's license tomorrow.
Well, wait a minute. Now you're telling me that you'll go get a license,
Because you're
but
telling
yet
me
you
that I have no
believe
choice.
you don't. That's correct. You have no choice.
But if you're wondering how the cops were able to break her, it all started when she was pulled over for speeding and immediately displayed aggression.
Young lady, Officer Banks, Gulf Breeze Police Department. I'm pulling you over. You're doing 54 and a 35. Any reason for that speed tonight?
Where's the 35?
Before you got off the bridge, and as soon as you came off the bridge, all this is 35.
I was going 40, I thought.
No. You got your license, registration, proof of insurance.
You don't have to have a license to drive a car.
Yes, you
You
do.
do not.
15-7, 41 with me.
Usually when people don't have a license, they say they don't have a license. But the woman clearly wanted to act stubborn and she had no idea how bad the stop would end for her.
Step out the vehicle. Last time I'm going to ask you. I'm going to ask, and then I'm going to make you move. Step out the
You're
vehicle.
going to get me a supervisor out here right now.
No, you're going to step out the vehicle right now.
You are going to get me a supervisor out here right now.
That's fine.
I know my rights.
What right is that?
I do not have to have a driver's license to drive a car. I am not, this is not a commercial vehicle.
Okay.
I know my rights.
Okay.
Very well.
That's what you want to stick with?
Call a supervisor right
Okay.
now.
All right.
Right now. You need to get a supervisor out here
Yeah, our channel 1 will be 1033.
that can educate you on what the law is.
Okay.
It was ironic considering the woman didn't know she'd be the one getting educated. Interestingly enough, she knew she was wrong in this case, but because she hated being wrong, she refused to admit it. And to show this, she had a license in Mississippi, but came up with a very crazy reason why she didn't need one in Florida.
What? So do you have an ID or you have a driver's license?
No, I don't have a driver's license on me.
Okay. Do you have one issued to you
In Mississippi.
in Mississippi? So why would you need a driver's license to drive on the road if you don't need a license?
That was years ago.
Oh, so what year is this?
What year was the ID issued?
2997.
That's your supervisor. What is your name and badge number?
I already told you my name. It's Officer Banks.
And what is your badge number?
It's Officer Banks.
Are you failing to
Are you failing to give me your driver's
I
license?
don't have to give you a driver's license to drive a car. This is not a commercial vehicle.
Okay.
I'm not driving, I'm traveling. I'm traveling. I don't have to have a driver's license to drive a vehicle.
Okay. In what state is that?
Any state. It's common law, natural law,
Okay.
constitutional law.
Okay.
The woman pulled out the classic sovereign citizen line while adding that she practiced natural law. This was obviously a cope, and upon her request, a supervisor arrived. While the disgrace she would face isn't up to that of the next sovereign citizens,
Let's go. Step out of the vehicle.
Hey,
Get on the ground.
off of me.
Get on the ground.
You're not supposed to be doing this. Get off of me.
this woman was going to regret ever being a sovereign citizen.
Okay. Sorry, Turner. A, she won't identify. She won't produce a driver's
Are you the
license. She's doing 58.
Okay, I
And
do not have
let-
to have a driver's license to drive a vehicle.
Let my officer speak first, then I'll speak to you.
Her vehicle stopped for speeding. 54 and 35 coming off the bridge. She asked me where the speed limit was, saying that it's before she got off the bridge. She actually did a U-turn. We were in the 35 zone. We pull over here. I introduced myself. I said, any reason why we're driving this fast? And I said, you got your license. She immediately goes into, I don't need a license to drive the vehicle.
Okay.
And then she said, I am traveling.
So, you do need a license to drive a vehicle. And you do have to identify yourself to these officers.
I do not have to have a license to drive a vehicle.
Yes, you do.
I do not.
You're wrong, but okay.
I know common law, natural law.
I don't care about common
constitutional
law. You're in the
I
state
know
of
that
Florida.
You don't.
So
I
you
know
better
that.
hope the information you gave us comes back as to being you. So at this point in time, I need you to shut the vehicle off and step out of the car.
I'm not getting out of the vehicle.
You're gonna get out of the car.
I haven't been suspected of a crime.
You are being legally stopped on a traffic stop. You are not being cooperative. It is not a Terry stop.
What
Trust me,
problem
I
am
know the
in?
difference. You were speeding.
Speeding
Turn the
is
vehicle
wrong.
off and get out of the car. Out of the car now. Undo the
Let me
seatbelt.
turn the vehicle off.
Turn it off now.
Officer Schaefer, unbuckle her.
Put all that down.
Step out, turn around, face away from me. Turn around, face away.
Turn
I
around.
do not have to have a driver's license to drive a vehicle.
Yes, you do.
No, I do not.
Well, then you can tell that to the judge if you end up going to jail.
I do not have to have a driver's license to drive a vehicle. I have all the laws right there.
I
in the
don't
back
care
of my
what I don't
car.
care what laws you say you
I
have.
know that you don't care because you're
Then
supposed to be a police
then
officer,
you should
a
know
peace
that
officer.
this is that you should know that this conversation's over then.
Have a seat.
I need to call.
Have a seat.
I need to call somebody. Yes, I do.
You call somebody from Santa Rosa County Jail.
Excuse me?
You call somebody from Santa Rosa County Jail, you're under arrest.
As satisfying as seeing this sovereign citizen get arrested, the officers weren't done with her just yet. They discovered her license and registration were expired and that she had an arrest warrant for missing court sessions for driving with an expired license. And even worse, found a plastic bag with a white powdery substance inside her backpack.
Give me your full name. Give me your full name. Look at me, give me your full name. Give me your full name. Drugs inside the vehicle, you are under arrest now for possession of felony narcotics.
And now for the grand moment when she'd be made to regret being a sovereign citizen.
Sergeant Turner, please
Yes.
just let me go home.
No.
Why?
Because you do not have a valid driver's license. And you have done nothing but give my officers a hard time during
I've
this
done
entire
nothing but
ordeal.
try and tell you that I have rights.
You don't know your rights,
I haven't
clearly.
been ugly to y'all. I haven't yelled at you.
You
and
have
ran
not
away.
been cooperative.
I haven't been cooperative in what?
Not
silent?
at all.
Just go with it,
No, just be honest.
Sergeant. Please.
You don't have a license.
Okay, I'll never drive again.
Yes, you will, because you believe you don't have to have a license.
I'll go get a driver's license tomorrow.
Well, wait a minute. Now you're telling me that you'll go get a license,
Because you're
but
telling
yet
me
you
that I have no
believe
choice.
you don't. That's correct. You have no choice.
Sergeant Turner,
So
please
this
just let
is
me
the
go home.
This is the road that's being taken, and this is what's going to happen.
Sergeant Turner enjoyed every bit of this, and so did we all. While watching this woman get owned is extremely pleasuring, seeing the next sovereign citizens realize their tricks weren't working is ultimately fulfilling.
You guys know this. This is a commercial stop, and the treaty is to protect
At
us
this point,
against
it's
commercial
10:15.
incidents.
That's,
Yeah, go ahead.
thank you.
And while they would eventually be humbled down like the last woman,
Can I call my mom?
Nope, you need to step out of the car.
Are you detaining me?
You're under arrest.
I ain't under arrest.
there were two of them, so it was double the fun when officers stopped a mother and her son for driving with a fraudulent tag.
How you doing, sir?
What's the problem?
My name's Officer Doc, the City of St. Pete. Reason I'm stopped is because you don't appear to have a valid registration on your vehicle.
This vehicle is registered. Actually, excuse me. First of all, excuse me.
With that, you might already be guessing he's about to spew something about not needing car registration, but you'd be very far from it.
I'm a foreign national. This vehicle is registered under the Moorish American National Council.
Okay.
And under the Treaty of Secret and Friendship and the CNA, the Consular Notification.
So basically, what I'm asking is, are you familiar with council notification and access manual?
I'm familiar with your train of thought. Do you have your ID on you, sir?
I'm asking, are you with
Are you familiar with the CNA, the Consular Notification?
My front
access?
seat.
Are you familiar with council
My front seat.
notification
Yes.
and
My front
access
seat.
manual? Yes or no?
Is your lieutenant?
Yep, I have the supervisor on the way, yes.
Okay.
Okay, but are you familiar with the council notification access manual?
I'm familiar that what the Florida state statute requires
I
that your
asked
vehicle be
if you
registered
were
with the state
familiar
and that
with
you
the
obtain a
council
valid full
notification
driver's license
access
to
manual.
operate within the
Wait till
state.
his lieutenant comes because they would know. He doesn't
All right,
know.
I guess he doesn't.
With a blank look and stumbling on his own words, it was evident the man wasn't even sure of what he was asking and had to rely on his mother to remind him. But as requested, the officer called for a supervisor who arrived shortly after, and this is where things got extreme.
Hi.
Get under the tires, they're gonna flee.
Oh, that's what's wrong. I'm sorry.
Yep.
With someone else handling the sovereign citizens, the officer, knowing how the little chat with the supervisor would end, immediately went to work.
Your council notification access manual. Every sheriff and policy enforcer are supposed to be in that.
Do you have your license, registration, proof of insurance on you, or some form of identification?
This is a commercial stop, and I am protected by treaty law and obligations. So if I are confident in the council notification access manual, you should bring somebody who is confident in the council notification access manual.
The officer made sure the citizens weren't driving off and then took evidence of the stop. This was a very smart move, and as they were already a headache to the supervisor, they were now seconds away from being dragged out of the vehicle.
What country? You said you're from Morocco? What's your consulate? Moroccan. Do you have identification on you so I can call the consulate and see if they're familiar with you?
The consulate, and I can send up.
You don't actually have to answer the questions unless they have a search warrant.
Hey, step out of the vehicle. Step out of the vehicle.
I'm ready to give you the information.
Stop. You need to step out of the vehicle.
So now
sir, at this time you are under arrest. You need to step out of the vehicle.
I'm
Step out of the vehicle.
cooperate with her.
Now you're breaking my arm.
You need to
Ma'am, I'm talking to her.
Breaking my
do not
arm.
touch me.
Don't touch us. We're
Grab
talking.
her.
But
Ma'am,
excuse
ma'am.
me. You need to have
I
a
am
search
acting
warrant,
as a counselor.
a seizure warrant, and an arrest warrant, but you have none of those things.
Ma'am,
Sir,
I need
step
him
out of the
to
vehicle,
stop.
please.
All right,
We
I'm not
have
Step out of the
a
vehicle
foreign-
now.
We have a foreign
I have
ID.
a foreign
Baraka,
identification.
Baraka, stop.
But just as he was getting dragged out, something completely unexpected happened.
Stop. We have a foreign ID. You
Stop.
Hang on, let me see if I can get them cooperative. Let me see if I
put
can
your
get them
foot
cooperative.
down.
I need your ID. You guys, you do have to provide me.
We have
You
a
do have to provide me.
foreign ID.
Hang on.
have
I need your foreign
we have
IDs.
foreign
That's
IDs.
fine. Do you have them?
Yes. What do you need my
You
foreign
can
ID
see it, but you
for?
cannot take it.
What do you need, ma'am?
I will
Ma'am.
show you this. This is my identification right here.
Let me see it. Let me see it so I can write it down.
You can write
Okay,
it
then
down.
you
Let me
must
see
give
it so I can
back.
write it down. I'll give it
All
back.
right, we'll give it
I'll
back.
give it back. Give it to me.
Make sure you give it back.
For some reason, the supervisor thought she could reason with the suspects. This was very shocking considering that they had been uncooperative and deceptive up until now.
But we are under lawful rights via the treaty, a peace of friendship that we have with the U.S. Corporation of America. All right?
You know what?
Is
I have
this?
these documents. I can show them to you.
Okay. Do you have them?
Fortunately, I didn't bring them with me to vehicle. I can.
Okay.
There's a place right over there that I can bring you with, and I can give you all of my. Actually, no. I think I have them over there.
Obviously, their rights were supported by imaginary documents, and once the supervisor discovered that their IDs were malicious, she was done with them.
You guys know this. This is a commercial stop, and the treaty is to protect
At
us
this point,
in
it's
commercial
10:15.
incidents.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Thank you.
Where's the computer?
Sir,
Where's my book?
at this point, you are under arrest. You need to step out of the vehicle.
For what?
Obstruction.
Obstruction of what?
Obstruction of this traffic stop. We're not going to debate
This
it.
is-
You'll
I'm
have
not-
your day in
this is
court.
not
You
obstruction.
need to step out of the vehicle for me,
This
please.
is not obstruction.
Excuse me.
There's
What?
no right. You're not. You're
Yes,
going
sir.
against the Article 6.
And like I said,
You're
you'll have your day
trying
in
to
court.
detain me.
Can I
No, you're
speak?
under arrest.
Excuse me,
We're
can
beyond
I speak
detainment.
What
to
am I
the
under arrest for?
supervisor?
I already advised you obstruction. Please step out of the
Can you
vehicle.
What am I instructing?
It was alarming the amount of discourse the officers were willing to initiate with the suspects, as they were clearly unrepentant. But like us, the officers were finally done talking.
Hey, where are you going with my?
Step out of the vehicle.
Put this
Let's
back
go.
in my vehicle.
Let's go. Step out of the vehicle.
Hey,
Get on the ground.
off of me.
Get on the ground.
You're not supposed to be doing this. Get off of me. Get off of me right now.
Get on your stomach.
Cooperate. Off of me.
Not worth it. Relax and cooperate.
Ma'am, we can do this one of two ways. Please
Okay,
step out of the
okay,
car.
don't
I don't.
I can get out.
I know.
Don't-
Thank you.
Get
Then
off
get
my
out.
wrist, please.
Then get
Get
out.
off my wrist, please.
Step out.
Get-
Give me that. Put your hands behind your back.
The driver of the vehicle was arrested and charged with operating a vehicle without insurance, having no valid driver's license, operating an unregistered motor vehicle, resisting an officer, and providing false identity to law enforcement. And while we like to see sovereign citizens get arrested, these two sovereign citizens had a very, very different case.
Good afternoon. I'm Officer Officer Gardner, DeKalb Police Department. The reason I pulled you over is one of your headlights are out and you don't have tags on the truck, man. Okay. You have a driver's license and insurance with you?
It's behind the seat beside my
Okay, you can grab that. Where y'all headed to tonight, man?
We just headed from Kansas.
Kansas. Okay. Hopefully you got in. You got insurance, don't you?
Yes, sir, I do.
Good deal. Okay. What in the world? What in the world brought y'all down here from Kansas, man?
We work shutdowns.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
No. Is it behind the seat? Yeah, you can step out. I don't think you're gonna run off or nothing like that. It's kind of hard to run in boots, but.
The 18-year-old and his uncle were well behaved and confirmed having car insurance. You might be wondering why they're in this video. And that's because they ended up like this.
He's not giving us his name.
Okay. Well, he wouldn't get out. They're both under arrest.
But for an entirely different reason.
I got you. You have a driver's license?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Here, it's somewhere in this truck.
No, here, hold on 1 second. What's your first name, man?
The search was getting pretty long, and so, suspecting that the driver was lying about having insurance, the officer took down his name, ran it through a car insurance database, and surprisingly, the driver did have car insurance in his name.
Your subject's gonna come back clear. I found positive on him out of Texas. He's got a valid trials that expires in 2030.
1040 advised. Valid. Can you give me that DL number out of Texas one?
10-4 is valid, and that number is.
But even with this, there was still no way to identify that the car wasn't stolen. So the officer proceeded to note down the VIN, but that was when he realized who he was dealing with.
Were you able to find the insurance?
I don't have it on me.
You don't have it? Okay. Tell him that's okay. If he wants to pay the citation, he can. So, but I got to run your VIN because you don't have a plate. So, all right. Can you move this bottle cap for me real quick? What's that? The bottle cap for the VIN number, so I can make sure the vehicle's not stolen. Okay. Well, with the broken taillight, no tags. Do what? Okay. With equipment violations. You understand that?
There is no equipment violation.
Okay.
Now, you might think these two citizens have gone full sovereign, but you'd be mistaken. You see, they're only taking instructions from their relative on the phone, who is the actual sovereign citizen. But instead of helping them out, he was going to make their night a lot worse.
I've been nice to you so far tonight, right? Okay. I'm trying to get y'all out here, get y'all on your way. All I need is that VIN right there, and we can get out of here. Do you not have insurance? Well, I don't know that because I can't run it. I just need the bottle cap moved from the VIN or the VIN from the door. We'll get you out of here. Okay. Yeah. Until I get that information, I can't let you leave. One more.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I can call him, but he's about 20 minutes out. Okay. All right.
At the caller's instructions, the men requested a sergeant. They always think the sergeant would somehow take their side, but even when 20 minutes away, this sergeant would tell them off in the best way ever.
What about insurance? I'm sure he doesn't have insurance.
Well, I can't get the VIN number to verify the insurance because he don't have a plate, so that's where I'm at right now.
Yeah, getting out of the car and give him every option to exit on his own. If you don't, then separate him from the car forcefully if you have to.
Okay. Well, I think they're okay with getting out, but I'm waiting for county to get here. I don't know where they're at.
Yeah, just don't do anything because I'm sober about it. That's crazy anyway.
Oh, I know I told him if he takes off, it's a felony.
Yeah, just wait for back up to get there, then get him out. Then once you get him out, then detain his tow his.
Okay. But just don't arrest him for nothing?
Unless you use your reason to.
Okay. Well, just right now it's just equipment violations, but.
Other than that, just tow his because he doesn't have a plate or anything else. It can't be on the roadway.
Okay. All right. Well. All right. Good deal.
More likely, you don't have insurance either, so.
Yeah. And I can't verify it, but I'll have to search the car for an inventory search. So there we go.
Yeah. Actually, once you separate him from the car, then detain him. With him being sovereign and being a douche and all that, just cuff him and do what you have to do to verify insurance and all that. Either way, it's always shit.
Okay. All right. Well, there's another guy in the vehicle too, so I'll make him walk back to Blossom.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. Appreciate you. Just let us know later.
So, with confirmation from his sergeant and backup from 2 sheriff's officers,
If you can reason with him and tell him who you are, get him out of the vehicle, we'll detain him, put him back here, and I'm towing the vehicle. He's got a passenger with him. So once I detain him, just watch the passenger.
the officers moved to detain the men to check for the truck's VIN, but this obviously wasn't gonna happen without pushback. But not the type you'd expect.
All right, step out for me. Okay, I'm going to detain him so he doesn't cause us any trouble. I'm not going to assault him in any sort of way. He's been chill with me the entire time.
We both are. We're just trying to...
But I'm asking him to step out of the vehicle so I can talk to him at the rear of the vehicle. Okay, I need you to step out. Okay.
By now, even the 18-year-old had been influenced to believe he didn't have to step out of the vehicle, even though he was mandated to by Texas law. But this is when the most surprising thing about this stop happened.
Step out. Okay, put your hands right here. I'm pounding down you for weapons. No knives, no needles. All right, put your hands behind your back. You're being detained in handcuffs. You're not under arrest. Do you understand that?
Shockingly, the same sovereign citizen relative who got them in this mess was now helping cooperate with the cops. And while it was wholesome to see, the officer immediately went to get the VIN, and when he ran it, it didn't come out as expected.
I'm gonna tow it. This VIN still ain't coming back. It's coming back to Mercedes-Benz. So I'm gonna take another picture of it because they had the VIN up front covered up and they wouldn't give it to me.
For some reason, the VIN came out differently, and that meant the car was getting towed. In good faith, the officer decided to let the men off with just citations, and while this was good news to them, their relative, unsurprisingly, was still very furious. But at this point, everyone, including his own family, chose to ignore him.
Yeah. What luggage is yours?
I'm gonna take, can we just wait till he gets here?
Who?
My brother.
No, it's going to be an impounded.
Brother, impounded.
It'll be at Isaac's record. Isaac's?
No, we're not under your statutes, codes, and ordinances.
Okay.
We absolutely are not. When we have commercial plates, we are.
You going to be chill? Yeah, we're going to have no problem out of you? Okay. I do have to do an inventory on it before they took it in their impound lot. Do you understand that? This is Officer Gardner, DeKalb Police.
Where are those going with you, sir?
Hey, bud.
You had some questions for me?
Yeah. What are y'all arresting him for?
He's not under arrest. He's being detained. He will be given a citation for the tags and for the
there's no
defective.
citation. Hold on, bud.
Okay. Right.
There is no citation. He's not doing anything commercial.
Okay.
And with that, the officer dealt with the sovereign citizen without even seeing his face. The men were taken to the station where they waited to get picked up. Hopefully they learned not to be like their sovereign citizen relative. But the next sovereign citizen punched a cop in the face 10 times and still thought he shouldn't go to jail.
You failed your duties as officer! Do you hear me? Do you hear me?
That is 41-year-old Brian, who was on top of an officer he sent flying to the ground after being reported for stealing a dog.
Why are you taking his dog? Okay. He said he didn't give you the dog.
So those are his words?
Yeah.
The words that came out of his mouth were he said he didn't give you the dog.
Do you have ID on you?
No. What authority do you have over a man who gives you the right to question?
The state of Texas gives me the authority.
Really?
Yes, sir.
State of Texas?
Yeah. Anytime a police officer stops to identify you for an incident, you have to give me ID. Yes, sir.
Is there a constitutional law that states that?
It's in the Texas Penal Code.
Could you recite the penal code?
Not verbatim.
So I just have to take your word for it?
Yes, sir.
Well, then I have to give you nothing in that return.
Already you could tell Brian is an old sovereign citizen, but you might be wondering how he ended up assaulting the officer, and that would best be answered after the dog was returned to its owner.
What's up, Tom?
So what is your name?
Do I have anything on me that is in particular that you feel like you can question?
My dog.
Give this man his dog back.
You mean my dog?
Oh.
Well, I don't know why you got that thing. No, I don't want that.
Here.
No.
Thomas, it's yours.
No. This.
So what is your name?
This is mine.
Why is that?
What is your name? You can either tell me what your name is or I'll
He
take you to
knows
jail.
my name. Tom, what's
I'm
my
asking
name?
you what your name is.
I'm asking my dog what's my name.
Ask him. You tell him what your name is.
What's your name?
I don't know. I wasn't present.
Present
You
for
know
what?
where I live, right, officer?
Yes, sir, I do.
I know where you live too. I wasn't present. I wasn't present at the time of my birth, so how do I have a name?
Go ahead, put the stuff down.
Is that an order or a command?
It is an order. Go ahead, put stuff in your hands.
If there's an order, can you state the order?
Such a question only proved that Brian was not only sovereign, but had some form of mental impairment. But that shouldn't have prevented him from taking the cops' orders, and things were going to escalate pretty fast.
I will follow your
We can do this one or two ways.
Yeah, I'll follow your instructions.
Do
but
what
you
I
have to state.
do what I tell you to do.
I'll follow your instructions.
Do what I tell you to do.
Well,
or you're
that's
gonna go to jail.
that's not a command. That's an order.
Put the stuff down.
You have to have a commandment to give an order.
Put the stuff down.
You have to have a commandment to give an order. Am I a man?
Put the stuff down.
Am I a man?
All right.
Are you going to accost me?
Yep.
Why? For what? Not
Stop.
identifying myself?
Stop.
What are you doing?
You're going to jail.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
I'm a man standing on my own 2 feet. You're accosting me and you're threatening my life.
Put the stuff down in your hands.
You're threatening my life. Why would you threaten my life?
Put stuff down.
I'm not doing anything.
Put your hands behind your back.
Why?
Put your hands behind your back.
What have I done? State the law that I've done that I've broken.
You want to tell me who you are? So
well, I have no reason to give you an inquiry.
Yes, you do.
Why?
Put the stuff down.
State what your commandment is.
Put stuff down.
What's the commandment?
Put your stuff down.
Are you identifying myself as a man? Do I look like a man to you?
It was evident that the cop wasn't getting anywhere with Brian, so he called for backup. But he quickly realized that this was the worst time to do that.
Let go. You let go. Let go. Let go. You let go.
418, send me another unit.
And after that backstep, Brian lunged at the officer, got on top of him, and hit him 10 times in the face.
Of a lawful citizen's command and order to the creed. You failed your duties as officer. Do you hear me? Do you hear me?
Get off me.
I will not strike you again if you do not threaten my life.
Get the off me.
Will you not threaten my life?
Get off me.
Will you not threaten my life?
Get off me.
Will you kill me? Will you kill an innocent man?
Get the off me.
I will get off of you if you won't kill an innocent man.
Get off me.
I will get off of you if you won't kill an innocent man.
2118 is backed up at the Deville Cemetery. He has him on the ground.
Roll over.
105.
Ow! 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 Oh, please, let me go! What did I
418,
do?
step it up. Send me AMR.
Please, Lord, please let me go! I promise I will not hurt you! Please let me go!
Brian's promise fell on deaf ears as the officer was now bleeding from his wounds and had the sole aim of getting Brian in his squad car.
It hurts!
Stand up. Get in the car.
Oh, please don't do this.
Get in the car.
Oh, God, help me! Please tell me your name.
Get up on your feet.
Please tell me your name. I will follow you. Okay, I'm coming. I'm coming.
Get in the car.
Okay. I'm not resisting.
Not anymore, you're not.
Oh,
You already pat him down?
No, I have things in my pocket.
Get your left foot in.
Well, would you like to take my items?
I appreciate your help, sir.
No problem.
Brian was arrested and kept in jail on charges of assault of a peace officer and resisting arrest. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, watch this next one that just appeared on your screen to see more people like this get brought to justice. See you there.